recently said about President Obama, I'm going to quote you, he grew up and nobody knew him. Nobody knows who he is until later in his life. The whole thing is very strange. What are you driving at there? Are you a birther, Donald?
Okay. Let me just tell you, I was a really good student at the best school. I'm not like a smart guy, okay? They make these birthers into the worst idiots. Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? I think he probably
have to?
Because I have to, and everybody else has to. Whoopi,
I'm sure.
Why
that you
wouldn't
can't
he
show
show? Excuse me. Why? No, excuse me. I really believe there's a birth certificate. Why? Look, she's smiling. Why doesn't he show his birth certificate? And you know what? I wish he would, because I think it's a terrible pall that's hanging over him. He should show his birth certificate. The other thing, if you go back to my first grade, my kindergarten, people remember me. Nobody from those early years.
That's not true. We have
pictures of them.
What are you talking about?
Okay, show me a picture.
There are kids in Hawaii. There are people in Hawaii. There are people that he's grown up.
I've seen 13.
No, it's
I haven't seen early pictures. But more importantly, why doesn't he? And you know what? I think he probably was, but the word probably, Whoopi.
Why do you have to defend himself against?
You know why?
Against an accusation.
Because if you're going to be the president, because if you're going to be the president of the United States, it says very profoundly that you have to be born in this country.
But did any of the president do that today? Did George Bush show you the president?
You know what I said? Probably he was.
No one has ever asked George Bush or said to George Bush, I'm sorry, is Hawaii not part of the United States?
George Bush, and I'm not saying I was a fan of George Bush.
No.
You know that better than anybody. But George Bush was born in this country. That's right.
Isn't Hawaii still part of the United States? Am I gone?
You know
question whether he was or not because he hasn't come forward with it?
I grew up in New York. Wall Street was a big part. I have seen fraud, and I have seen scandal, and I have seen things that a lot of people don't see. I've seen people take $100 bill and make it $1 million bill.
We're going to have to pause. Get to the point.
Okay. The point is, I can't rely on some newspaper that they show
in order to become president of the United States, in order to
I want him to show his birth certificate. I want him to show his birth certificate. There's something on that birth certificate that he doesn't like.
Oh my God.
That's a terrible thing to say.
This video was in 2012. President Donald Trump visited the views and they had this conflict about Barack Obama. We all know that Barack Obama was born by an African father from Kenya, and the mother is the United States, is a white, which made him a mixed child. So the little bit about Barack Obama that everyone knew about it, because he himself would tell his stories loud. The mom and the dad were together, married here in the United States. The father was an immigrant from Kenya who came all the way from Kenya to study in the United States. So they met the mother and Barack Obama's mother in school. So they fell in love. And when they had Barack, their father, which is Barack's father from Kenya, which is from Africa, Kenya is African, it's in East Africa, decided that he wanted to go back to Kenya because the dad wanted him to come back, to come and control the family business. Sometimes that's what they do in Africa, especially the firstborn. You have to come and control, or that favorite child that the father knows that who can really handle the business. Sometimes the firstborn, that it doesn't really matter, but a child that the father has said you can manage a business. So he has no option as an obedient child. He packed his bag. He told the mother, which is Barack's mother, let's go. She refused to go. Obviously, you know what some people think about Africa. Some people think that in Africa, people in Africa live in trees, on trees. People in Africa live with monkeys. That's what they'll tell you. People who have never traveled. That's why when you travel, your mind is very broad. Sometimes social media is not fair from people from Africa. Social media will go to Africa and get those places that even somebody like me with some Africa, I've never seen those type of places. Those interior area, and takes those bad pictures. Like those children that are starving, they're about to die. Those dirty roads, those muddy places. Yeah. Even in the United States, here in Georgia, if you go downtown, you have some people who are worse than where I come from Africa. The way they live, the lifestyle. Somebody where I come from, we live a more better life. So in every area, there's a bad side and there's a good side. But what the social media will do with Africa, they will not get their favorite side. Some people in Africa live more better life than some people in the United States. They stay in more better houses, drive more better car, and live more better life than some people in the United States. But because we have never traveled, we don't know about it. So Barack Obama's mother refused to go to Africa. I guess because of what social media, we can't blame her, have portrayed. So the only picture she has in her mind is the social media. You live with monkey. You stay with lizard in the house. You don't have light. You have to go 50 kilometers to go and carry water. You don't even have where to shower. So obviously she refused to go. Because she loved the man. If you love somebody, I don't know if you refuse to. You know, the way I know about love is that when you love somebody, you are willing to go where the person is going. Love is about sacrifices. You sacrifice for the person. It means you can even go to where you don't even have to go because of that person. Actually, we cut a long story short from what we heard from the son. Barack said the mother refused to go. Oh no, why? Because of the mental image she had got about Africa. Obviously, they separated, so the dad went back, and has this and have another family and start another life. Barack's mother stayed and got married to Barack's father, to Barack's stepfather, which they had Barack's sister. So Barack now was able to grow up with the stepfather and the mother, and also grow with the grandparents. The grandma was a white. We all know that later on in life, Barack, who is very inquisitive, I guess you know that intuition. Sometimes God works miraculously, and go and look back for his roots, because he tried to keep contact. He had a sister was in Germany, a stepsister. She met the sister took her to the grandmother who recently died. She went to the grandmother, and that was being done. Long story short, and Barack went and looked for the grandmother, and that's how they were. So Barack found his root, his origin, which is very powerful. Later on, Barack now got married, got married to Michelle, became a senator, pursued his career. Miraculously, he ran for president. As God can do his work, he became the first black president in the United States. Before that, there was a lot of criticism. Hawaii is not America. Some people say Barack was born in America. Some people say Barack was born in the ocean. Some people say Barack was born in a lake. He wasn't born in the United States. He was born in Kenya. We all know that Barack was born in Hawaii. And Hawaii is part of the United States. That is why we could see President Donald Trump in this video insisting that Barack should show his birth certificate. Sometimes I would say you refuse punches not because, or you allow someone to punch you sometimes not because you're weak. Sometimes you just want to, how can I say it? You just want to let peace reign. They say that the person who say I'm sorry is not a weaker person, is a stronger person. For you to hurt somebody and the person that say I'm sorry, you're not the stronger person. He keeps saying, Barack, we want you to see your birth certificate. That he wants Barack to show his birth certificate. His own birth certificate, he had it. Barack had no picture of him. That no one could remember Barack from his elementary. My elementary, I'm not sure anyone can remember me. I've looked for people that used to be elementary with him. I've not seen them. Sometimes it's difficult. That no one knew Barack. Barack just rise up. There's no picture of elementary. There's no picture of him in pictures. You know, Barack grew up with Barack's mother was somehow distorted from the story Barack was seeing. She was a woman who was heartbroken. You know, some love affect people differently. A woman was very heartbroken. The sweetheart that she knows will plan all their life left her to go to Africa. She, on the other hand, was scared and did not follow. Her mind is distorted. She met this other guy. We don't know if she fell in love with the guy or because of society pressure or maybe from her own parents. She just wanted somebody else and got married to this man. And they start another family. Barack was with a grandma. Grandma and grandpa were old. So his parents were not stable. They were distorted. The mother was distorted. I guess that's why all those pictures were not being taken. It was not a stable home that would say you stay with your mom and your dad. It's stable for them to take you pictures and keep. So all those memories, we don't see them. So I guess that is why we could not see the picture of Barack. That Barack just, no one knew him. No one knew him. Even he was being known, the most important thing, he became the first president of the United States. Can you, some people say Barack would have showed the best of care. Some people say there's no need to challenge and show. So what do you think as a person watching? Barack would have shown the best of care and prove himself right, or it is better that he sat quiet just that way? Let me see your own opinion on the comment section. Thank you very much for watching. If you have not subscribed, please help subscribe and help share the video. Happy Black History Month. Black History Month. This is February, Black History Month. God bless you.